Hey guys, and welcome back to another classic gold making video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you the best way to make gold in Classic World of Warcraft, and that is going to be with flipping on the auction house. This is where you buy an item for cheap and you resell it for a higher price, and you keep the profit in between. Now, in this video, I'll show you an in-depth guide on how to go ahead and do this for yourself. So first of all, you're going to need TSM, which is Trade Skill Master. This is an add-on. You want to have some groups set up of all the different items that you want to be flipping. Now, if you want to get my groups and operations that you can simply import into your TSM with just a couple of clicks, you can get those inside of my flipping guide, which is the first link down below in the description box. I've put a lot of time and effort into making the best possible groups for TSM. And also the operations will only allow you to post the items at a profitable price. So it will keep track of how much you paid for each item, and it will only post the items at a profitable price no matter what. So it's set up very good, and this is a great setup for beginners because you basically can't go wrong. So if we go ahead and have a look at the operations right here for selling the items, we have all different stack sizes. So for the materials, we have like the stack sizes of 1, 3, 5, 10, and 20. So we have all different stack sizes. We also have our shopping operation right here, which will allow us to buy the items for good prices. And we also have a sniping operation to snipe items. Now I'll show you which items to go ahead and buy and how to actually find some good deals. So first of all, you want to open up the auction house with TSM, and you want to go to browse, and then you want to select whichever groups you want to scan. Once you have the group selected, you click on run shopping scan, and this will go ahead and scan the specific groups that you have selected. On the right side here, you're going to see a percent. Now this percent is of the market value, and now the market value is the average price over the past 14 days for that specific item. So if it's at 100%, it means that it is posted for the price of the average price over the past 14 days. So it's basically priced to where it should be. And then if it is below 100%, it means it is underpriced, and this could be a good deal. Now, if it is over 100%, this means that it is posted overpriced compared to the average price over the past 14 days. So what I like to do is I like to sort this percent from the lowest percent to the highest. So I start at the lowest percent because normally this is going to be the best possible deal that is available up on the auction house. And what I like to do is I like to buy any of the items that up to around 50% of the market value. Well, first of all, I like to look at these because these could be good deals. But there's a few other things that you need to actually know. You can't just go ahead and buy every single one of these that are under 50% of the market value. Now there's a few little tricks and other things you want to look at to determine if it is a really good deal. So there's a few other different price data that TSM gives us. So we have the region market value and a few other things. What I like to do is I like to make sure the buy price is lower than all of the different TSM price data that are available on the tooltip. Now obviously the main one is going to be the market value because that's on your specific realm. And another thing that I like to do when going ahead, especially when buying materials, you want to make sure that you don't have to buy out a crazy amount, or you want to make sure that when you buy out the ones you're going to buy out to flip, that there is a big jump in price before the next lot. So say if you're buying a whole heap of an item that is 10 silver, you want to make sure that there is a big jump from 10 silver, say to 50 silver, where if the jump was only to 11 silver, you don't want to buy all the ones that are 10 silver just to jump up to 11 silver, because that's only like a 1 silver gap. You want to make sure there is a big gap in the item that is worth buying all of the ones before the gap. So we'll go ahead and we'll buy a whole heap of these materials. Now if you do want to learn more about which items to buy and what makes an item a good deal, I go really in depth inside of my flipping guide, which once again is linked down below in the description box, and that will tell you exactly what to look for. And now this flipping method and the groups and operations, I have it all set up in the flipping guide for classic era, classic, the new fresh classic realms, with the hardcore realms, the the new fresh hardcore realms, and also season of discovery. So for all of the different versions, it will work. Now once you go to actually sell the items, you want to go to auctioning. You want to make sure all of the groups are selected, and then you want to click on run post scan. This will go ahead and scan all the items in your bags that are in my specific groups, and this will sort out all the prices for you. So for an example, we paid 43 copper for these right here. On average, we're going to resell them for 1 silver and 69 copper. On average, you paid around 2 silver for the small glimmering shards. We're going to resell them for 3 silver and 80 copper. We paid on average 10 silver for the blue dragon scales. We're going to be reposting them for 2 gold each. So really big profit margin on those blue dragon scales. Let's go ahead and post these all up on the auction house. And this is basically how you do market resets with materials, and basically just flipping materials. We'll move on to a few other things, because you don't only need to flip materials. Materials are good because they are very quick sellers, but there are a bunch of different things that you can also flip to make a lot of gold. So let's go ahead and check out the next market that we're going to be flipping in a second here. But as you can see, we have all them posted. We have around 167 gold posted up on the auction house now, with only spending less than like 30 gold on these items. So very happy with that. So moving on to another market, let's go ahead and do some flipping with the gear. So as you can see, we have groups. I have groups set up for like the previous, the best gear, high demand gear at level 60, and then it goes from epic, rare to uncommon. So let's go ahead and select the main groups right here. We'll leave uncommon not checked, and we'll go ahead and scan this. So there's 702 items that we're going to be scanning in these main groups. Once again, on the side with the percent, this is going to be the percent of the market value, which once again is the average price over the past 14 days. So we'll let this scan complete. Now as you can see, there is a bunch of items that are under 50% of the market value. Now when flipping gear, what I like to do is I like flips where I don't have to buy, say, like 5 or 10 of the same item. The best possible deals are where you only have to buy 1 or 2 or 3 of that specific item before the next big jump up in prices. Some of the best possible deals is where there is only 1 of that specific item posted on the auction house for a very low price. This way, when you buy it, you will have 0 competition when it comes to posting the item up in the auction house. So you can post it for whatever price you want that is reasonable, where people would still end up buying it. And on top of that, you'll have 0 competition. So if someone wants to buy that item, they have to buy it from you. Now we got a couple of really nice BOE pieces right here. Let's go ahead and post these up on the auction house and have a look at the prices that we paid for them. So let's go ahead. Starting off with the first one, we paid 5 gold, 99 silver. We're going to be reposting that for 19 gold and 99 silver. We paid around 10 gold and 50 silver for this axe. We'll resell that for 37 gold and 99 silver. For this gun right here, we paid 79 gold and 99 silver. We're going to repost this for 236 gold. Big profit margin on there. We paid 10 gold for this one, repost for 30 gold. We paid 2 gold, 99 silver, repost for 11 gold and 34 silver. The Assassin's Blade, we paid about 40 gold, repost for 126 gold. So we just go ahead and click on post. This will post all of these items for us. Now if we sell any of those, they have a really good profit margin. So moving on to the next sort of market is going to be the recipes. This is a really good market to go ahead and flip. So this has all of the different recipes in the game that are BOE and that are worth flipping. It has them in different categories. So if you just want to stick to the epic ones or the rare ones, these tend to go for a lot more gold. And then you also have your commons and your uncommons, which go for a bit less gold, but these also sell very quickly. So you can play around, you can select all the groups like I just did, and you can scan every single recipe that is in the game, or you can go ahead and you can scan group by group. Now the benefit of doing group by group is that the smaller the group is, the quicker the scan will be. So if you just do one group at a time, the scan is going to be a lot quicker. So this can be a bit beneficial. So you can go ahead and be the first person to buy the items that come up in the scan. Alright, so let's go ahead and post these recipes. Select all the groups under auctioning, click on run post scan, and let's go ahead and check out the prices of some of these. So the first recipe, let's go ahead and let them load. We paid 4 gold for, we're going to repost for 19 gold. Let's go ahead and sort this a bit easier. So the first recipe, on average, we paid 195 gold each for those. We're going to repost them for 1,322 gold each. It's a very rare recipe, and we actually end up selling both of those within like less than 2 days. So the next recipe, we're going to be selling that for 1 gold. The next recipe, we paid 2 gold and 57 silver. We're going to repost that for 12 gold. We'll just say the gold value. So we paid 3 gold on average for this recipe right here. Repost for 25 gold. We paid 34 silver for these. We actually got 8 of these, and we're going to be reposting these for 17 gold each. So actually a lot of profit margin on those right there. We paid 4 gold for these recipes right here, the fell cloth shoulder recipes. I'm going to repost those for about 20 gold. Moving on to the next recipe, we paid about 2 gold for these, and we brought 3 of those. We're going to be reposting those for 63 gold each. Very, very nice there. We paid 9 gold for these ones right here, and we got 3 of them. The Ultra Flash Shadow Reflect. We paid 5 gold for this one right here, and reposting that for 32 gold. So a lot of profit to be made from these recipes. We'll go ahead and we'll post these all up on the auction house, and then we'll see how many we can sell over the next day or so. So we spent nearly around like 720 gold. So also you can use the sniper operation, and this will have a live search on the auction house, and it will scan the auction house live. So this scan can be very, very powerful, this sniping scan, because you can sometimes snipe items before anyone else has a chance to buy these items. Unlike the normal scan in browse, this is live. So even if the scan has already started, but someone then posts an item up on the auction house while the scan is already going, it will actually pop up in this as a live scan. So you can be the first one to go ahead and buy the item. So not only can get posted 1 second, the next second you can see it in this scan. And so you can go ahead and buy this very quickly and snipe it off the auction house before anyone else has a chance to go ahead and buy the item. So this can be extremely, extremely powerful, especially if you have a little bit of time to sit at the auction house and wait for some really good deals to come in. Now, how I have it set up in my flipping guide and inside my flipping book is basically I have it set to 100% of the market value. So we'll only show things up to 100% of the market value. However, you can go ahead under the operations for the sniper operations, and you can change it from 100% to say 50%. And this then will only show anything that is below 50% of the market value. And you can play around with the percent as much as you want. You could even make it as low as say 20%. I actually have a full video coming out probably tomorrow about the sniper operation with the TSM, and I'll show you in depth on how to actually use it, play around with the percent, and how you can actually snipe some items for very, very cheap. But just know that this is a very powerful tool when it comes to buying items off the auction house. As you can see, we've brought a bunch of items for very, very cheap that we can resell for a lot of gold. Alright, so what we'll go ahead and we'll do next is we'll go ahead and grab all of these items out of the mailbox. We'll throw everything up on the auction house, and we'll see what sales that we have got. So it's only been literally less than half an hour, and we already sold one of those really expensive recipes. We sold it for 450 gold, and on average we only paid 200 gold each for those. So that's a nice 250 gold profit just off that one sale. Very, very happy with that right there, and that's already made a decent amount of gold back for us. Remember, we only started off with, I think it was 750 gold in our mailbox, and so we'll see how much gold we end up with now. So it's been about like 3 days or so of reposting the items up on the auction house. Now we only posted them up on the auction house a couple times per day. We didn't spend a crazy amount of time. And as you can see, in the first 100 mails in the mailbox, we already have over 1,000 gold in sales. So very happy with that. And we also have a bunch of items still posted up on the auction house. But let's go ahead and grab out all of the sales from the mailbox and see how much gold we're sitting at the moment. So we're at 1,000 gold and 1,016 gold in the mailbox, and we also have a bunch of items still posted up on the auction house that we brought with that 750 gold. So even more gold to be made, waiting in the auction house. We have another 349 gold in the auction house. A couple of the items are really nice. We have that epic gun right there for 100 gold. But basically, this is how you can make gold in Classic World of Warcraft from flipping on the auction house. Now, if you want to learn in depth on how to do this yourself, I teach exactly how to do it inside of my classic flipping guide. You also get my TSM groups and operations that you can import into your TSM with just a few clicks of all my groups, and also the operations that will only post the items at a profitable price every single time. So it's very beginner friendly. You don't have to worry about ever losing gold when it comes to flipping, because the operation does all of the hard work for you and it won't allow you to post them for a non-profitable price. If you want to check it out, it's linked down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.